Hello and welcome to Nerd Subculture. I'm your host Jared.
And I'm Edwina.
And if you listen to this is our Once More We're Feeling series on Buffy the Vampire Slayer. And today, Eddie, we're doing Season 6, Episode 13, Dead Things. This episode first aired February 5th, 2002, written by Stephen S. DeKnight and directed by James A. Contener. Over to you, Edwina.
This is a full spoiler podcast. I'm a huge fan, but Jared has never watched the series all the way through, and I'm trying to convince him it's worth his time.
And this episode, Eddie, worth my time. I really don't have an answer for that anymore. It's the only time I have now. Well, I guess this wasn't a bad episode by any sorts. Probably a bit of a downer episode, I guess, more than anything.
Very dark episode.
It's very dark, yes, very dark. Yeah.
And well, we also had an issue when we went to watch this episode.
Oh, did we?
You don't remember this?
Oh,
because I said you put it on when we were about to have dinner and the kids were watching.
Okay.
And I went, hey, maybe we don't watch this now. It's not a very child-friendly episode.
No, it's not.
And you kind of shrugged me off. You're like, oh, it's network television. It can't be that bad. And I was like, that's pretty bad.
There's a raunchy scene in there, yeah.
But it also opens with like post-sex scenes where they've pretty much destroyed his room. And yeah, there was actually just some scenes I didn't really feel like watching with my 13-year-old son.
The sex scene, yes.
It's not just the sex scenes in this. There are 4 quite disturbing scenes in this episode.
Yeah.
And it makes for a very uncomfortable viewing experience. all around, without like kids being in the room.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty much all I'll say is a bunch of really fucked up shit happens in this episode. And yeah, it's really uncomfortable to watch this episode.
Yeah.
And I'll get into the reasons why after.
All right, okay. Do the summary. All right, let's get into the summary. Buffy and Spike lay naked on the floor of his crypt. The mood shifts when Spike asks if she likes him, and even worse, if she trusts him. Across the town, the trio, now hiding out, finished their newest creation, a cerebral dampener, a device meant to turn any woman into an obedient, mind-warped sex slave. At Double Meat Palace, Buffy sneaks away from her shift to speak with Tara. Buffy confesses Spike can now hurt her, though he still can't harm others. Buffy suspects a resurrection spell altered her somehow and asks Tara to quietly investigate what might be wrong with her. Meanwhile, Warren scopes out a bar with a hidden camera in his tie while Andrew and Jonathan offer lewd commentary from a nearby van. Irritated, Warren ditches their input and approaches his ex, Katrina. She shuts him down until he activates the dampener. With Dawn staying overnight at Janice's, Buffy heads to the Bronze with her friends. Back at the trio's lair, Katrina, dressed as a maid, serves the men champagne. Warren leads her into another room. Mid-assault, the dampener effects fade. Katrina snaps out of it and explodes in rage. When she tries to flee and threatens to call the police, Warren strikes her with a bottle, killing her. Without missing a beat, Warren concocts a plan to dump the body and frame Buffy. At the Bronze, Buffy drifts to the balcony where Spike follows her. Hidden above the crowd, they have sex. Spike urges her to look down to see her friends dancing below, oblivious. He wants her to accept the lie, to live in the shadows with him. Later, when on patrol, Buffy hears a scream. Time fractures and a disorientated Buffy lashes out and Katrina's body tumbles down a hill. Buffy, horrified, thinks that she killed her, but it's an elaborate trick orchestrated by the trio. Buffy finds Spike and leads her home. Buffy, unable to sleep, tells Dawn everything and goes to hand herself over to the police. Outside the police station, Spike intercepts her. He claims he got rid of the body, but nearby officers reveal Katrina's corpse was found in the river. Spike tries to stop Buffy, but when he blocks her path, Buffy snaps and viscerally beats him down. She eventually stops, horrified by her own rage. Inside the station, she hears Katrina's name and it clicks. Realising it was Warren and not her fault, she walks out. Back at the magic box, the group discovers that the demons Buffy encountered caused time distortions. They conclude Katrina was already dead when Buffy arrived. Now certain the trio behind it all, Buffy vows to stop them. Later, Tara tells Buffy the resurrection spell didn't corrupt her, just altered her on a molecular level, enough to fool Spike's chip. Buffy is stunned. She pleads with Tara to check again. Buffy fully breaks down and admits she's been sleeping with Spike. Tara listens as Buffy confesses she's been using him and collapses into Tara's lap, begging for there to be something wrong with her. The end.
Yes. So, yes, a very, very dark episode. Some would probably say a little too dark for Buffy.
We can get a little dark sometimes. It is a horror show for that. After all,
for its usual tone, it's a lot darker than what it normally is.
Well, it always goes that way, doesn't it? If you start light, you get darker.
It is that thing. The trio, so far, they've pretty much just been a bit of a nuisance.
Yeah.
They've just sort of been a bit of a thorn in Buffy's side. They haven't really been a proper threat.
They've just been more pranking her pretty much at this point.
Yeah, and kind of a bit of comic relief as well. Like they've been sort of the comedy trio so far. But yeah, this episode changes that.
Yeah. Well, that's what I was going to say. Is this the episode where they've gone past the point of no return?
Yes.
So they've wanting to be this evil genius, but it all seemed to be fun and games and just annoying people.
Yeah, it was a game to them. Even that the cerebral dampener, it was a game. They thought it'd be funny to turn a girl into a sex slave. Like they're owed a women. Like they're owed women. Like
I mean, that's not crossing a line at all.
they've been treated poorly by females in their life, and it's okay to rape and control someone against their will.
I mean, that wasn't the point of no return, was it? I mean, we kind of figure if their plan went ahead, that's kind of either way they're going to break it at some stage, I suppose.
Yeah. It is truly horrible, that whole sequence. Also, the fact that he picks his ex-girlfriend to use it on.
What are the odds?
Yeah. The other thing is, they could make a robot. He can make a robot.
Yeah.
He doesn't have to.
Well, it didn't work out too well the last time. But that's the thing. He made a robot when he had a girlfriend.
Yes. Oh no. He already had the robot, and then he got a girlfriend.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, just a sex bot would have been fine.
Yeah, but as he said, it wasn't the same as because she does everything. There's no challenge. So to speak, with a robot.
Yeah, because building a robot's so darn easy. Then
No. As like, there's no chase.
Oh they want the chase. Yeah.
Yeah. Whereas he's got control and he can manipulate her in this situation. Yeah. Anyway, that's what's truly evil about this story. Yes. And when she calls them out, because of course she comes out of it because she knows him. Mm-hmm. Like that's obviously part of the issue. It's probably that technology, you don't want to be using it on someone you know.
So you think that's what the downfall was? Had he have chosen a stranger, she wouldn't have broken from the trance.
Yeah.
So they're kind of combining technology with magic. Is that what they're sort of doing?
Yeah, I sort of think that's what they're doing here.
Right.
Yeah. So, and he kills her fully, just violently kills her.
Yep. Beats her in the head. Yep.
And now they're no longer a joke.
No.
Yeah, getting serious now. And then they blame it on, or they managed to make Buffy think that she had killed her, which is also really, really horrible. And like Buffy has thought that she's killed someone multiple times as well. And she's always the one to do the right thing.
Except for the Knights of Knee. Like, kill those guys, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, doesn't matter with them. They're another story. So then you get to, I might talk about the Spike and Buffy scene. Not the balcony one yet.
We'll get to that later.
About that alleyway, because that's probably leading in from what's going on with the trio, and Buffy thinking that she'd murdered Katrina. there's a parallel from the episode Consequences in season 3.
Mm-hmm.
After Faith kills the deputy mayor.
Yep.
When Spike says, like, it pretty much parallels that whole sequence that Buffy speaks to Faith about, which is also why I think Buffy gets really angry with him. Because, he says that he took care of it, and that's something that Faith said that she had done with the deputy mayor, only for the body to be pretty much immediately found. And I think she took him, like, threw him in the river as well. Like, exact same thing. And then when Buffy confronts Faith, and Faith responds with, anyway, how many people do you think we've saved? That whole, it tips the scales. They have a very similar conversation where Spike's like, you've saved so many people. Like, surely that puts you in the plus category.
Yeah,
Everything's that give and take. Everything's transactional with them.
It sort of leans down a dark path, doesn't it, when you start counting the tolls, saying, well, I've still done more good than bad.
Yeah. And when Buffy attacks Spike, he's like, there's my girl. And Faith says something very similar.
Yeah. It just sets her off.
Yeah. And the other thing that also parallels another Faith Buffy episode from season 4, the body swap one, at the end of, I can't remember which one it was.
I know the episode when she starts punching her. So it's you're disgusting.
When she goes, Faith in Buffy's body is punching Faith.
Yeah.
Or Buffy
she's saying
in
you're
Faith's
disgusting.
body.
Yeah.
And she's like, you're disgusting, you're evil, you're all, and like it's like just fully belting on her. You have a very similar scene where Buffy is doing that to Spike. Where it is very much her getting out all of her
I mean, it was probably a little darker with
anger
Faith.
and guilt.
Yeah, it was probably a little darker with Faith because she was saying it to herself, that you're disgusting.
Well, that's just it. I think she is actually saying it to herself in this, like she's taking out all of that frustration, anger, guilt, disgust of herself. She's taking it out on him. And as he says, you always hurt the ones you
love. Yeah. Shut up, Spike. Always knows what the fuck, how to get under your skin, doesn't he?
Yeah. Which we can now go back to the balcony scene.
Okay, the balcony scene.
Because that's probably as well, other than fucking a house down, this is probably the second raunchiest scene that you're going to get with Spike and Buffy.
Well, the whole keep your eyes open. Look.
Well, I don't know. There's also something like with her wrists as well. Like I think after that opening scene, there's a pair of handcuffs or something, and then like when she's talking to Tara, she's kind of rubbing her wrists.
Got into the kinky stuff pretty quickly, didn't they?
Yeah. So so there's the sex. It's getting kinkier and more self-destructive. And Spike definitely has issues when it comes to sex and violence as well. So he can't really tell the difference. And that's where their relationship is extremely toxic.
I think I mentioned this before, Californication, the book he wrote.
Punching and fucking.
Punching and fucking. Don't know if that's really stood the test of time, that one.
Yeah. Well, it's also that thing where in this episode, Spike is both the villain, but also an extremely tragic character. Like you can almost see his heart absolutely breaking, because he is actually trying to help her.
Yeah.
He's trying to stop her from making a rash decision because she's feeling guilty before actually doing.
Thinking about it, yeah.
Before actually, thinking about it. Because, Dawn's going to have no one to look after her. Like.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's, very rash, yeah.
But the world does actually need her to, stop it from ending. Like there's sort of these things where Spike is trying to save her from herself. And she's like, no, I've got to take my punishment. Like she's punishing herself pretty much.
Yeah.
And season 6 is a big, is this downward spiral. And yeah, this is another low point. It that bar keeps getting lower, doesn't it?
Yeah, unfortunately, yeah, it does.
And we're not even halfway. We're just a little over halfway through the season, and it's going to get even darker.
I know. Yeah, we're over the hump. Yeah, past the hump a couple of episodes ago.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. The other scene that is incredibly difficult to watch is Buffy's breakdown to Tara at the end.
The final scene.
The final scene. And Tara is the only person she could tell about Spike, pretty much. And Tara's the only adult in this whole fucking show at this point.
Seems to be,
and she's pretty much like, she has no judgment towards her, and she's just...
Well, because she's kind of out of the circle of friends now, isn't she? So it's... Yeah, she's not going to tell the inner circle. Now she's kind of on the outer circle now, so you can sort of confide in those people a little easier, I guess, sometimes.
Yeah, but I also think that Tara always shows, I don't know, she's always sort of that level-headed, thinks things through. She's not exactly, she's not a gossipy kind of person either.
But no, her mature, like you said, she's probably the only adult in the series. Yeah, exactly. Since Giles has left, well, she wasn't going to tell Giles.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely the only one that seems to be level-headed, as you said. Yeah.
Yeah. And Buffy kind of wants to be yelled at by the only adult in the room at this point, I feel. That's kind of why I think she tells and confides in Tara, and then is kind of almost begging her to tell her off, tell her that there's something wrong with her. And Tara's just full of this empathy and kindness that Buffy doesn't think she deserves.
She wants something to be wrong with her, because otherwise...
Why is she doing it?
Yeah, exactly. If she was like a demon or something, that'll excuse her actions. Or in her head it would. That there's something wrong with her. That's why she's doing this. And she wouldn't normally do something like this. This is horrible and just disgraceful in her mind. So, that she needs that justification for it, that it's not her fault.
Yes. Yeah.
She doesn't want to take any responsibility for it. It's, it was out of my control. I was drunk. I was resurrected. The same old fucking excuses that we always hear.
Magic. I was under the magic spell.
A wizard did it.
A wizard did it.
A wizard did it.
Yeah. Yes. And just, it's a difficult scene to watch, and very revealing about her emotional state and how she kind of views her own humanity as well.
And Dawn was extra bitchy in this episode.
You're just leaving me. That's not, are you okay? What happened? It's you're just going to leave me again?
Oh, God. But back to the balcony scene, I have read that apparently SMG wasn't too fond of that scene.
Okay.
Did you see that one? I don't know if it's true or not, but I can imagine so.
I have heard that she has tried to show her kids Buffy.
One episode missing, huh?
And she said a lot. She couldn't show them quite a bit of season 6.
Episode 13, The Forbidden One. It's the
know.
Temple of Doom episode.
Yeah.
Kids can't watch that one.
Well, had you seen this episode?
No, haven't seen this episode.
And did you go down a rabbit hole?
No, not really. Pusher in it.
Oh, yeah, that's right. There's a Bush song.
Bush song, yeah.
Yeah.
It's weird hearing a mainstream band in it sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, as soon as I heard it, I'm like, I know that voice. That rough grunge voice. It's not from Seattle.
The Yarling.
Yeah.
The Yar.
Bad Moon Weiniger.
Well, was there anything that you wanted to...
Well, no, not really. I guess it's pretty straightforward. It almost seemed like a 2-part episode, like as far as the story went. That you had the attack, or the event happened to her, and then she has to undo it or fix it. So we didn't sort of get that resolution in this episode.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing we're saving that for the next episode or sometime down the track. I did like the outfit that Willow was wearing.
Which one?
When she met Tara.
That
doublet one. Like a doublet sort of
Okay, I don't.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Pretty
that.
dark looking. I don't know if we'll see it again or not.
Oh yeah, I think I know what you mean.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
No, you just plow into question time, Eddie?
No, because I did have another. Oh yeah. Spike talking too much during this episode. He was doing that thing at the start where it was like, "Oh, dude, stop it! Shut up! Shut up!" When he starts asking if he what is he? He starts going on about her being an animal or something.
Okay.
In bed, and saying it hurting in all the right places or something. It's like, oh, please stop.
Girls don't
now.
like it when you bring that stuff up.
No.
They don't want to talk about it.
No, they don't. It's all icky. Gives you the ick. There were a few times where it's like, oh, please shut up, Spike.
All right, into question time.
Yeah, I think we can go into question time. Which character was your favourite?
Kind of like Tara in this episode.
Yeah, I went with Tara.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. She was a level-headed person.
As I said, only adult in the room.
Only adult in the room.
Yeah. Which character do you love to hate?
I went with Warren.
Yeah. The only answer for this episode is Warren.
The correct answer. Yeah. All
correct answer is Warren.
Mm-hmm.
LOL moment. Look, there's really not a lot of LOL moments.
It's not a funny episode.
No, there's not a lot of funny. There's not a lot of comedy.
Really,
moments,
that intro part when they're on the bed, I guess, and they're like, never seen this rug before. It's like, yeah, it looks different when you're laying under it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably about it.
Yeah.
I had the one from the Double Meat Palace when she meets up with Tara, and Tara's like, "Hey, sorry I'm late," and Buffy responds with, "Oh, time has no meaning here."
Yeah.
Favorite fight scene?
I actually went with Buffy versus Spike. I think that was the intense fight scene that sort of was bringing out a lot of emotion. And definitely that one. And Spike went full vamp face for it too, but didn't help.
He did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She beat the vamp face out of him. You could do that. You beat him up hard enough and it just disappears.
Yeah. Well, I went with, the trio messing with Buffy fight where they're sort of time shifting things.
Yeah.
So that she's disorientated.
The time shift demons.
And confused. And make her think that she killed someone. Which is just really fucking evil. Favorite scene. Again, there's not a lot of great scenes in this.
Well, I thought the demon fight scene with the time skip thing was a pretty cool effect.
Yeah.
Something I maybe could have lent to it a little bit more. Like it's sort of the way it was sort of cut from ending, middle, end.
Yeah.
Kind of remind me of Red Dwarf a little bit.
Okay.
When they've done the little time skip episodes where the time's distorting.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one.
I think they also used the same sound effect from the earlier episode when they were messing with her, the lint thing.
Yeah.
And the speeding up of time and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's not really my favorite scene. It's a messed up scene. But it is one that always stands out for this episode, and it's Buffy and Spike on the balcony. It's probably what this episode is best known for.
Yeah.
What is your least favorite scene?
Well, I went with the Spike on the balcony thing. Was it? I don't know. I mean, I would say least favorite scene, my favorite scene. It's sort of meant to be uncomfortable to watch, I guess. Raunchy at the same time. Sort of a lot going on there, isn't there? So it's, I suppose it's not my least favorite scene, but I put the other one as my favorite scene. So I don't know. I couldn't think of anything, so I just said that. But I don't think it really is. I'll just go with that. Yeah, that's it.
All right. My least favorite scene is probably as this episode is full of messed up scenes. Warren killing Katrina. I think it's the scene when she as she snaps out of it, because it's like, he kind of is like, get on your knees.
Yeah.
And she says, yes, Warren,
Yeah.
instead of yes, Master. Yeah, that's, horrendous scene.
Quite a tall girl, that woman, isn't she?
Yeah.
Like she was pretty sure she was taller than all the guys
Oh,
combined.
all those guys are very, very short.
Yeah,
though.
yeah. She's probably like 5'11" or something. Towers over them.
Yeah. Favorite quote?
My favorite quotes is Spike to Buffy, and what Buffy says, a girl is dead because of me, and Spike says, how many people are alive because of you? How many of you saved? One dead girl doesn't tip the scale.
It's a very faith thing of him.
Very
to
faith
say.
thing, yeah.
I think you already took the one that I was going to do, but I'll just go with Spike's. I ate a decorator once. Maybe it rubbed off on me. Who gets the wooden spoon?
I gave it to Dawn. Dawn.
Oh, look, I went for the trio.
I wouldn't give it to them at all. That plan was actually pretty good and it worked.
No, it's just for their bad behaviour.
Yeah, okay, fair enough.
For their misogynistic.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Didn't see anything wrong with creating a mind-controlled sex slave.
To be fair, that's something people have been trying to do for literally hundreds of years. Mm-hmm. Like when hypnosis started to be a thing, first thing people thought, oh, let's try and use this to seduce women, you know. Yeah. First thing they think of. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Who's the MVP?
I gave the most valuable player award to Spike.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is there a reason why?
We're trying to talk sense into Buffy. Like you said, he's looking out for her, even when she doesn't realize it. It didn't really work, but
yeah, it didn't really work because it was too close to the conversation she'd had with.
But he didn't know that.
Faith. Yeah, well, I went with Tara because, again, only adult in the room, and she was truly a beacon of empathy and compassion that Buffy needed.
Yeah, actually, I'm thinking of that too. I was going to go with Tara, but then I thought, oh, maybe Spike. No, you're right. It's Tara. You're right. I'm wrong.
All right. What do you rate this episode out of 10 using something from the episode?
I gave it 5 musk glands of a Homager Maleev demon.
Oh, that's so much better than mine.
Musk glands of a Homager Maleev demon. That's it. I actually had to put the subtitles on to know what he was talking about.
Okay. I went with 5 out of 10 tearful breakdown confessions.
Yep, I think I won that one.
Yeah, you definitely won that one.
All right. Short episode, but that's okay.
What, was there anything else you wanted to?
No, nothing from me to
I can keep
add.
going on about how fucked up this episode.
No, I think we've established it's pretty fucked up. Yeah.
We established how fucked up this episode is.
Yeah, no need to dwell on it anymore. Let's just get to the next episode,
look, do you want to talk about Anya and Xander? Because they're just deep in... They were so pointless in this episode.
Struggling for them to find something for them to do, aren't they?
Yeah.
So, anyway.
Oh, they're just obsessed with the wedding.
They're busy with that.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm going to start it up.
All right.
All right. End of the episode. All right. Thanks for listening to us tonight. We are Nerd Subculture. My name is Jared.
I'm Edwina.
And Eddie's got some interesting things to say.
All right. You can find us lurking on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Threads. Just search Nerd Subculture Podcast. We're a proudly independent podcast. So if you're loving what we do, show us some love. Share with your nerdy crew, drop a comment, rate the episode. Every little bit helps keep us
on the air.
How to keep the geeky goodness coming.
Oh, yeah. All that is great. All right. Well, till next time, take care. Bye.
Bye.